It is Military Appreciation Month, and you're about to meet the Navy sailor whose search and rescue mission earned him the Navy Marine Corps Medal for Heroism and this year's Military Times Service Member of the Year Award. These recipients have been nominated by their commanding officers and peers as an outstanding military member within their branch of service who has gone above and beyond the call of duty and has carried out an extraordinary act of service to our country. Today, we introduce you to Hospital Corpsman Second Class Anthony Anglikowski, part of the Naval Air Station Whidbey Island Search and Rescue Team.
To me, being a corpsman means taking care of the people around you. It's the same thing I tell my son every day when I leave for work. It's be good and do good. I try to help wherever I can and whenever I can. When the altitude's too high or the weather's too rough or the mountains are too close, people call the Navy.
And for this mission, Anthony was called in to help two hikers stranded in Washington State's Olympic National Forest after they lost their footing, slipping down an icy 45-degree slope. One of those hikers sliding into a deep crevasse. Coming in hot via Navy helo, Anthony and his SAR crew braved a snowpack-fueled waterfall flowing through the recovery scene. Adding even more risk to this mission in their lives was when they had to actually head into that cold and cramped crevasse to reach the second hiker. Anthony Anglikowski, this year's Military Times Sailor of the Year, joining us now. Congratulations, Anthony.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So, just take us back, if you wouldn't mind, to that mission at Brothers Mountain. It was very different from other SAR missions that you've executed. Tell us what stood out that day.
Most of the things that stood out that weekend were the clouds and the fog coming in, made the flying very tough. We ended up getting down on some very technical terrain that was definitely pushing our comfort zone, but we made it work as a team. We worked with some of the ground units and were able to do some out of the ordinary rescue evolutions to make this one happen.
Talk about out of the ordinary. Describe that for us that day.
The technical rope work that was required on the ground, both to get rescuers down into that ice cave, figure out a way to recover the person that was down there and to get us back out, was definitely outside of the things that the Navy standardly does. We used a lot of the knowledge that the ground team had, a lot of their tools, and together we were able to make it work for all of us.
And you were entering some pretty intense conditions, especially weather-wise, and you're having to move fast because lives are on the line. How do you communicate and just keep each other calm when your hearts are pumping in a scenario like that, Anthony?
I was fortunate to be working with a crew that weekend that was experienced, had some capabilities under their belt, and everybody just kind of puts their game face on, goes through, does what they need to do, and then you can worry about it afterwards. But everybody takes it very seriously, knows that we can trust and rely on each other, and then we'll talk about the scary parts later.
Well, you've been described as sort of the Boy Scout here within the crew because you're so dedicated to the mission, always looking at how to do things right. You talk about your family. Every time you go out on a mission, you say you look at that picture of your wife, Haley, and your son. So when you are about to head out on a dangerous search and rescue mission like that, how does it impact, your wife and your little boy?
My wife holds it down. If she worries, she doesn't make it too visible, and I'm sure she does, but she knows that I'll go out, I'll do whatever I can and make sure that I come back. And my son's just not old enough to really understand the risk involved, but my wife is the anchor point that makes it happen.
It usually always is, right? So what inspired you to join the Navy?
I was looking for something new. I was changing careers, ready to get out of my hometown, see some new places and do some new things. And this seemed like a surefire way to end up in something different, good, bad, or otherwise. But I was fortunate that it just all ended up being good so far.
And before we let you go, the best part of the job?
The best part of the job is absolutely the crew that I work with in the search and rescue community, both in the Navy and on the civilian side in Washington State. I've met some incredible people, and I'm very fortunate to be in the position that I'm in.
Well, they're fortunate to have you, and congratulations, Anthony. Thank you so much for zooming in with us.
Hey, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.